Hey guys, Dan here, and we're looking at blasters today. Blasters. This is the JMC E-11, which is from the man behind Trooper Cooler. That'll be Mark over at Trooper Cooler, and we're doing a build for it. Of course, I say we, that's what a lot of people do. It's only me. It's me building it, me. And as I say, it's the JMC E-11. So I'll pass you over to me and you can have some details on the build so far. If you enjoy the video, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Really helps with the channel and I appreciate your support. Let's hand over to me. Bye. Hello folks, Dan here, Cable Guy. And we're looking at the highly anticipated JMC E-11 from the wonderful Mark behind Trooper Cooler. So many of you have probably seen this is a brand new E-11 kit. I don't believe it's actually officially launched at the moment that you're watching this or that I'm filming it, but I believe there are sort of pre-orders going on. But anyway, look up Trooper Cooler on Facebook. I'll put the link here and also in the description. But Mark very kindly sent me one of these, the prototype, or one of the prototypes for this blaster, and I am working my way through it. Lots of other projects and lots of real life, so it's taking me a little bit, but it is lovely. I will just show you back here. Of course, I'm slowly working through it. You can see there that I started constructing the folding stock underneath the gun, all separate parts, all going together to make a much more detailed, find out where you're pointing at the camera, it's always fun, much more detailed than some of the bog standard resin kits. Of course, it's going to be a lot more detailed than rubber kits, but of course it's going to be made of resin and metal, so it will be a little bit more fragile, but each to their own. I've done 19 troops with another brand of resin blaster and not had a problem at all. The only thing once was that the power cylinders came off on top of the mag housing and I super glued them back on, no problem whatsoever. But anyway, you'll see here I'm getting to grips with it. Haha, grip. Good pun. Getting to grips with this and it's coming on really nicely. A lot of parts didn't require a lot of work. I've already shown photos in a previous video of when I unboxed it, and many parts didn't need a huge amount of sanding, which is great. But as I say, it is really coming together nicely. I've got another video in just a moment where I talk about the mag housing and a few other bits, but this was really just to show you how it is coming together. It's not masses of work, it's a lot less work than a full resin kit because so many parts are hollowed out or the work has already been started, or like I say with the folding stock here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 separate parts already, which is a lot easier. If you tried to use a full resin kit, for example, as we keep saying, the DD kit, I'll just call it DD, this was all one part, it had no holes underneath. This one here, for example, all of these holes came pre-drilled or missing, let's just say that. So there was less work being involved there. If you go for a resin kit, sometimes you have to drill out some of the holes extra compared to this one. And to be honest, that's just nice to have a sort of metal basis for it. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling there, pass you over to me, but for another video talking about a couple of other bits. And that's really it. I'll leave you there. See you on the other side. So moving on to the grip, I did the unboxing. I am wearing a mask for this, for the actual work, just taking it off to do a bit of recording. There's a little bit of work to do in here, which is fine. So I don't have a tripod, so I'm afraid I can't show you both things at the same time. But the inner part here, which would have been metal, is basically going to go into here. Where it slots in, just under here, basically this part, I've had to do a little bit of extra sanding around here, and I'm doing a bit of extra sanding in the corresponding part, which is just in here. So only minor. It will go, it will fit, but it doesn't actually fit all the way down. It needs to slot in a bit lower, which I'll try and explain with some photos as we go. The magazine housing is coming on there. I've been doing, and I'll put in a photo of this as well, but wrapping sandpaper around the barrel, around the main barrel there to get the right shape of the curve on the inside of the mag well, or the magazine housing. So that's been working okay, and this was a little bit larger, I think, from the mold than maybe the original was, so and the angle, I've had to again work on that to get it all going, which is cool. The scope, I've done a bit of tidy up on this. There were some bigger mold lines underneath, which I've brought back to something a little less noticeable at this stage, although that will be right the way underneath, so there's no point in doing a huge amount there. And again, a little bit of tidy up work all around, so that is good to go. As I've said in the unboxing, this is hollowed out already, so yeah, as I say, that is pretty much ready to go. I would be careful with this. It has a few areas that are a little bit thinner resin, so if you go too heavy-handed, you might well take it out. This end is very thick, and you might be able to see in the light there, the end, that side, left hand side, a little bit thinner where there's a bit less resin inside, so I would just be careful with that. The folding stock, obviously I still need to glue the other prong back on, but I've done some sanding down on this, and that, as you can see, is already now sort of almost in built up form. So again, all of these parts, sorry, let me get that in camera, all of these parts separate. Got the main folding stock, the central strut there, and then obviously the actual, this part here, which would fold out and go sort of on your shoulder. And again, that's all made of these nice separate parts, which again, with a bit of sanding down, this could do with a bit more sanding actually to the inner part, but it does still fit. Underneath there as well, given that a very rough sand, not properly done yet, but as I say, that is all coming together really nicely. I love the way, well, obviously good old Mark at Trooper Cooler has got many of the original parts, so of course it's nice then to work with that, and it really is coming together nicely. So that's the main parts here. Other bits are just main sanding, but as I say, been working on the magazine housing, or the mag well, just for whatsits and giggles. I have put this inside here, that's the bolt, isn't it, I believe. And as I say, working on the grip and other bits from there. Anyway, I'll love you and leave you. Speak to you later. Bye-bye. So there we go. That's me talking about the JMC E-11 blaster, the new kit. This is, as I say, essentially a prototype, because I don't believe it's launched at the time that I'm recording the video, but you can certainly get interested in it. Check out Trooper Cooler for that. So it's a bit of a test run really for the blaster, see how it goes, and I'm just giving feedback where I can. But overall, so far, it's really, really nice. As I've said, there's minimal work required on a lot of pieces. Of course, it is resin, so you still need to tidy it up a bit. But really, I'm getting to that point now where I can start test fitting a few pieces, which is really, really good fun. I'm quite fussy when it comes to blasters, so I will take my time a little bit. I'm not just going to rush through it just for the purposes of making the video series. But as I say, it is really, really nice, really enjoying it, and it's already starting to look like a proper E11 blaster. So as I say, that's the JMC E11 from the man behind Trooper Cooler. That's Mark, so do feel free to check it out. If you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.